The name's Nukem, Duke Nukem. You know I've got balls of steel. I wouldn't be saying that unless I was here on Nerd Radio, because they've got balls of steel too. Hail to the Nerd Radio, baby.
How those steel balls treating you, boys?
Not bad.
They're very noisy when I walk.
Yeah,
Clank,
they're
clank,
kind of
clank.
a pain in the ass when you go to the airport and try to fly somewhere. You always got that guy with the wand right down by your wiener. Like, hey man,
Like,
you want to
tell
of steel.
You want to tell me about something? Yeah, it was an old war injury.
Yeah.
I'm laughing at the balls of steel being a pain in the ass because my mind's in the gutter.
Oh yeah, I mean sometimes they swing around and they hit you right in the taint, you know, and that's kind of triggers that pain right up your ass crack. Right,
Clang! Ow!
right straight to the bullseye.
Bullseye.
Well, as you can tell, you are listening to more Nerd Radio here, wherever you get your podcast as part of the B-Pod Studios Network and on social media at Nerd Radio 101.
I'm sure the company loves us plugging their podcast network right after our balls of steel. And
Well, they
Bullseye
do, because then they're like, hey, somebody might actually come check out a program they'll listen to.
Look, I was going to say, look, I've seen the download numbers. We do actually a little bit better than some of the other podcasts that I am aware of, and I try not to get on my high horse about it, but it does
I hope we
make
do
me feel
better
good.
than the other nerd content podcast. That
Yeah.
would make me happy.
Yeah.
Because I feel
That
some
I
of
don't
the
know.
other nerd content podcasts get a little more.
I don't I
pub.
don't have the official numbers for, but I'm with you as well. You want to be the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
The best there ever was.
I'm not here to just dick around.
I'm content with mediocrity.
No.
Yeah, well, okay, 2/3 of us want to be the best.
Well, that's part of the problem with the show.
Part of the problem.
You know?
So if I ask you guys, you're playing a game on your PlayStation, your Xbox, or whatever like that, specifically on the PlayStation, okay, and you've always got like a confirm button and a cancel button. Yeah. Whenever you're in a menu, what buttons do you typically expect to be the confirm and the cancel buttons?
X confirm, circle to cancel.
Okay.
I'm with you. Yeah, whatever. Usually I feel like the confirm button's always the button, even if you're on a different controller, would be the bottom button, which would be the X, which I think is...
I don't know what it is on Xbox, but...
I think it's A on the Xbox, but I would think it's always that bottom.
That lower one, yeah.
Yeah, real quick hit with your thumb to confirm, and then if you...
Circle is the one to the right.
Yeah,
Right.
I think it's flip-flopped on the Switch.
Yeah,
That throws me off all the time.
Right. Well, I was going to say, I know in the Metal Gear Solid series of games, it was always reversed. And
Yes.
it always threw me.
Yep.
Every time, like the first hour of playing a Metal Gear is a lot of hitting the cancel button, and going, "Damn it!"
Yep.
But I've got some bad news for you. You're going to have to get used to them being swapped.
Why?
Because apparently PlayStation has confirmed that or is changing the confirm and cancel buttons, specifically in Japan,
Okay.
where they are also used to, let's see, in the West, the X button. So in the PlayStation, in Japan, the PlayStation 5's DualSense controller will change its action button from circle to X. So we don't have to get used to it. Japan has to get used to it. We are used to it being X and circle.
Take that, Japan.
What are you laughing at?
They designed it. Why are they switching it?
Yeah, that's true. I guess they don't like it.
Right. But yeah, Sony, according to this article, a Sony spokesperson explained that the decision was made to avoid different button settings across countries. So now they're just going to make it universal across the board that X is confirm and O is for canceling.
Yeah. Well, they can't change it on us because we'll never catch up.
Well, right?
So, why was it even different to begin with?
don't know.
So stupid.
I don't. According to the article, it's because X means something. X typically in Japan
It's
means
probably like
stop.
No.
Yeah.
No, because I know.
Oh, yeah.
When I went to
Yeah.
Japan, there was a couple stores we tried to get into with my fiance and I tatted up pretty heavily on the arms and legs, and there was a couple stores where
They would. Yeah.
you'd walk in and they give you that, like almost like the X, when a wrestler
Yeah,
gets
yeah, yeah,
injured,
yeah.
they would
Yeah,
like
exactly.
do that to like,
No,
don't
you can't
come in here, Yakuza. Don't come in here, you American trash. Like, oh, sorry. I'll
Wow.
take my American dollars somewhere else.
I will say that will explain, because I was going to say something about Final Fantasy VII. Remember, it was like flip-flopped around.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Circle was the confirm button on Final Fantasy VII.
That. Interesting. Like I said, the only game I specifically remember having that problem with was Metal Gear.
I do remember Metal Gear being an issue, but I never played the Final Fantasy, so I can't speak to it. I was in at 7, and I was out halfway through 7, and never went back.
Yeah.
Well, while we're talking about video games specifically, we're all familiar with the video game publisher Ubisoft.
Yeah.
And like any video game publisher, they have had issues with different games where they've had bugs that they've had to adapt or put a patch out to fix. But something they can't put a patch out to fix is they made some official Ubisoft, especially over in China. Ubisoft China partnered with a clothing company to produce a coffee cup. And the only problem is the handle for the coffee cup is on the inside.
What?
Brilliant.
I've got a.
I burn my fingers every time I get my coffee.
I tried to pick up my coffee cup. Got a picture of it here on my laptop. Let me see if I can show you guys here. If you can, you can check this out.
Very clever design there.
So yeah, you've got to. I can't tell if it was done specifically as a joke, or if they actually screwed it up. But it's a funny story, yeah.
And what was it? Were they just making those to sell? Or freebies? Is this something they give clients that they're trying to get to invest in the next game that they're trying to develop, or what?
I think it's supposed to be. Let's see, China is according to this article, Ubisoft China is known for being very tongue-in-cheek and playing on the reputation of their games, so it's likely just viral marketing and not an actual error. But somebody had tweeted out that the company issued an apology that it would no longer be releasing the Ubisoft X Sheep Eater mug due to its bug during the production process. So yeah, it's a joke.
Oh, okay.
It's totally a joke, which almost makes you want one.
Yeah, I want one now.
Just to put up on a shelf.
Yeah, I would drink coffee out of it.
I've been looking for scary games to play this holiday season for Halloween, and I actually, before we went live this morning, came across an article about one that is free over on Steam.
Oh.
It's called The Call of Karen.
Oh, God.
So it's a mix of The Call of Cthulhu and Karen, but not the Karens that we're used to in 2020.
Oh, no?
No.
Different Karen.
This game is a first-person game where you play a 50s housewife, and you have a list of things that you want to do, like, prepare the meatloaf before your husband gets home, help your son with his homework, that kind of thing. And it starts off very normal. You're just doing your regular things. And then slowly over time, as you're completing these tasks day by day, things start happening around the house, like books flying off the shelves.
Ooh.
Or the table sinking into the floor because it's suddenly turned into mud.
Very spooky.
Or words just kind of floating through the air.
Sounds like a Ghostbusters.
A little bit, yeah. But like I said, it looks fun. It's free to play. It's made by Trimbus Games, and it's over on Steam right now.
Like, I was hoping it'd be more like you're a werewolf assassin, but instead of werewolves, you're hunting Karens.
Karens?
Pretty awesome. The moon is full and there's a sale on Black Friday. The Karens come out. Yeah. They got sharp teeth and fangs and nails and they scratch you and they call you names. And
you lure them out of hiding with a Frappuccino.
Yeah,
right.
Frappuccinos or coupons.
You just
coupons.
wait outside coffee restaurants for them to come out screaming about something.
Yeah, about not wearing masks. You're violating my Karen rights. I will not wear a mask.
Well, here's something I know you'll be super interested in, James, because I know you're a big fan of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, me and the Turtles, we kick it all the time.
They are coming to the online game SMITE. This actually, this week is when they're releasing a video on their YouTube where they'll give more information on it. But what they're doing as part of the season pass is you can get skins of each of the turtles for specific characters that are already in the game. So it's not that they're making completely new characters for the turtles, but they're
there's a different skin for whatever god that you play as.
Right.
Believe,
there's a turtle there's a character that has a full-on sword. So that one will obviously be Leonardo.
Yeah.
There's one that kind of rides around on some kind of thing. So that one will be Michelangelo on a skateboard kind of thing. And they're even talking about they will add Shredder and Master Splinter.
Oh, very cool.
Into the game as well. So
yeah,
I've never played SMITE, I don't think.
I've watched somebody play. One of the people that watch my stream regularly, Killer Maniac, plays SMITE religiously, and he showed me SMITE does a great job of, I think, getting people interested in spending money on their skins. They have incredible skins for all of these characters. Like,
sure.
It blows my mind the attention and detail that they put in the skins for the different gods that you fight as. But it's essentially like the Kmart version of League of Legends is. Yeah, kind of how I would describe it. Like it's like League of Legends, but it's
almost a third person or a first person view.
Yeah,
from what I understand, as far as SMITE is. Like I said, it's another one of those games that you can drop in and play for free, but they also want you to spend money on a season pass or something like that. So that's where the fun stuff is.
If I understood the gameplay a little bit more, I would probably play Smite, just because you can play it on the Xbox, you can play it on PlayStation. I believe it's on PC. I don't know.
I think it's even on the Switch.
Cross-platform on Switch. Too.
Yeah.
See, I would probably play it. I just don't understand the lanes and that kind of stuff. So people are like, "You're in the wrong lane." I'm like, "What do you mean? What lane? I'm not driving a car. I'm an axe-wielding god, Greek god right now. What lane do I need to stay in?"
That's the hardest part about MOBAs is there's no like ground floor to get in on. You just have to jump straight into the pool and be bad at it and piss off everyone you're going to play with until you understand what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I don't understand that.
But if you want to play some Ninja Turtles, they're coming to Smite.
That's cool. I would play as a Ninja Turtle.
It definitely makes me want to check it out.
Yeah, man. I can ride around as me. I'd be Raphael because he's cool but rude.
Right.
But I think it's fun. Anytime you can play as a Ninja Turtle, I think it's a good time.
Yeah. So we talked a couple of weeks ago about the new Spider-Man movie. It's supposed to have Jamie Foxx coming back as Electro. They start filming this week.
Ooh,
so we can look forward to seeing probably some behind-the-scenes people taking photos of people that are in there. And there is talk that they may be bringing back Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield specifically for this Spider-Man movie. And Benedict Cumberbatch is almost confirmed as he will be in it.
Oh, Doctor Strange will be on. So it's definitely they're going to introduce the world. I know they've already got into the Spider-Verse.
Yep.
But they must be using this to set up the entire Marvel,
now they're,
multiverse. And how there's different Spider-Men and different multiverses or whatever.
Yeah, it sounds like they'll be going specifically into a Spider-Verse version of this.
And then I wonder if that's going to lead directly into the next Doctor Strange.
Isn't
that Into the Multiverse? Isn't that what it's called?
Yes, and this movie, the Spider-Man movie, is supposed to come out next December, and I think we're supposed to get the Doctor Strange movie before that.
Really?
So that the Doctor Strange movie will probably lead into this Spider-Man movie.
I mean, that would make sense too, but I don't know if we're ever going to see any new movies.
I think that's that's true.
Right?
That's true. I think that's an interesting idea, though, to bring back Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. But if they're doing that, we need our J.K. Simmons back as well.
Hell yeah. Yeah, we've absolutely got to have J.K. Simmons back.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2 was just on something, I don't know, some channel the other day, and I was like background noise. I was like, I'll put that on for the background. And got a J. Jonah Jameson scene. I was like, God, he was so good. He was so good.
Yeah, he was absolutely perfect.
He was perfect.
And while we're talking about cinematic universes, did you guys see this on the prep service that Adam Sandler wants to do a Sandlerverse?
Okay. Is he reading my tweets? Because I sent a tweet.
Hang on. No, he's not. Someone stop me right there.
I think you're wrong, Al. I think he is. Because have you guys seen Hubie Halloween?
No. Well, I saw it was on Netflix.
Oh, it's atrocious.
Yeah.
And I asked, is Hubie Halloween some kind of a sequel to Waterboy, or are they somehow connected in the Adam Sandler multiverse?
Right.
I asked on Twitter. I bet you he has seen my tweet. And he's like, this is a great idea. I'm going to steal this poor guy's idea, and I'm going to make another $7 million off Netflix by introducing the Adam Sandler multiverse. Because the character Hubie Halloween.
Adam Sandler follows Kevin James, Conan O'Brien, and Who the F is JC?
Who the F is JC?
He better. He can get some high quality.
That is a well curated social media. If that's all you're following, I'm going to eliminate all my social media and only follow those three guys. I think I'm going to have a much better time.
The things you'll learn by following me on social media, you'll thank me.
But yeah, this Hubie Halloween, he was doing an interview about this Hubie Halloween, and there are a bunch of things in it that lend you to believe that it could take place in a larger universe where all the other Adam Sandler movies like Billy Madison have happened, because there's an O'Doyle.
Yep, a lot of the character references that he uses in his past movies are referenced in this movie as well.
Yep, there's I guess according to this article, there's a nod to Bobby Boucher because the central character is named Hubie Dubé.
I didn't even catch on to that. My link to them was that he's playing a character that you can't tell if he's just mentally challenged,
right,
or just a weirdo.
Yeah,
and I always feel like, dude, you're kind of you're just really straggling a line here. Like you don't really play that character all that well.
And I guess Ben Stiller is in this movie as a character he played in Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, he's I guess like he works in a assistant home for the mentally ill.
Right.
Other than Adam Sandler, who the hell asked for a Sandlerverse? We did the list last week about celebrities nobody cares about. Adam Sandler, man.
Oh, I still care about Adam Sandler.
Do you?
I do.
I don't like the stuff he's put out lately, but man, I still love Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore.
Well, that was when I saw it on the prep service. My first question was, "What's the last Adam Sandler movie you clearly remember seeing?"
Like most recent?
Yeah, like what's the last one of his movies that you're like, "Oh yeah, I saw that." Like obviously you just saw.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've seen
Halloween.
A lot of them. I haven't seen Jack and Jill. I haven't seen I still watch a lot of his movies. But I go into it knowing this is probably going to be crap.
Right.
So I'm not like, oh, man, I cannot wait to see Grown Ups 2.
Yeah. I did see
we'll watch it.
The Do-Over. Is that the one he did that with David Spade?
The Do-Over?
Yeah.
That was from 2016.
Okay.
The last one I remember seeing, I pulled up his IMDb because I had to do this.
Is the Do-Over kind of like the Secret Spy one? Or like they pretend to be a spy? Or
I think,
spy related?
I think so. To me, I did laugh at once, and it's an Adam Sandler joke, so I'm really not. I don't care if
You're
I
not
spoil
proud of it?
Yeah. No. I'm perfectly proud of the fact that I laughed at it. But he and David Spade are on a boat, and they pass by like some chicks on the boat, and they're like trying to get them to flash or whatever. So he's like, they're like asking them to flash. So he tells David Spade like, go ahead and flash. So David Spade flashes his dong. And the girls laugh at him. so Adam Sandler shoots a flare gun at him. At the girls. Which I was like, that's hilarious.
Dude, okay. His movies, there's so many cringe moments in his movies, but there's always still a few laugh out loud.
There's a few jokes in there that you're like.
I love that joke, though. Like, the chicks laugh at his tiny penis, and he's like, he shoots at him.
Yeah, exactly. It's hilarious.
Yeah. But I like that. I do want to say, though, that it's not one of his comedies. It's kind of outside the Sandlerverse, but I heard a lot of good things about that Uncut Gems.
I tried watching that, and I fell asleep.
Did you? Because I saw that's on Netflix now, so I am...
Well, that was part of... He had, I guess, a 6-film deal with Netflix, and this Halloween one is the last film in
so he got paid out. So,
yeah.
Okay.
So now he's, looking for his next gig, I suppose. And he was like, hey, what about a Sandlerverse? Well,
dude, here's the thing, man. If Sandler wants to put me in his Sandler multiverse, I will... I'll be O'Doyle's bitch boy. I don't care. Give me a wedgie, shove a banana in my butt, whatever you got to do. Be part of the Sandler multiverse.
Dude, being in the Sandler multiverse is a retirement plan, because if you're in one of the movies, you're going to be in the
exactly
rest of
my point. Well, I've said that since the dawn of time, but I realized I'm like, all you had to do is be friends with Adam Sandler.
That was something somebody had pointed out is that, say what you will about him making bad movies. If you're a friend of Adam Sandler, he takes care of you.
Absolutely he does. Yeah. And plus he's got Happy Madison production behind him. Like they're the ones that put together or produced, Grandma's Boy. That's one of my favorite comedy movies to watch.
Right.
And then the Kevin James, Paul Blart, all those movies, Happy Madison Productions. They're all part of Adam Sandler. And say what you want, his movies right now are bad, but he'll always, I don't know if it's nostalgia, but he's one of the reasons why I wanted to be a funny guy. Mm-hmm. So
I don't dislike him by any means. Like I'll see him do interviews with Conan, and I'm still show up, and I'm excited to see him talk and be interviewed.
Especially through the rapport that he has with Conan. Those guys. Oh, dude,
No, I love Adam Sandler, and I am a fan, but I don't watch the new stuff.
Yeah, and Hubie Halloween, the only reason why I watched it is because I love Halloween so much. I wanted to see what exactly he did. Is he going to destroy my favorite holiday? What kind of weird stuff is it going to be? Is it going to be kind of a kiddie? Is it going to be kind of like Hocus Pocus?
Right.
What's in store for me? And there are some very good laugh out loud moments, but there's also 90% of just cringe.
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal plays a character in this movie that I thought was hilarious once they reveal who he is. And there's also an old lady who always keeps wearing all these offensive T-shirts because she gets them for cheap at the thrift store. And I was like, that is brilliant. The old ladies go to the thrift stores and they buy shirts for a nickel.
Yeah.
And they might say Muff Diving Club, and that kind of stuff. So there's still moments that make it worth the time of watching. But was I cringing a majority of the time I watched Hubie Halloween? Absolutely, because it started off great. And then all of a sudden, there's a fake vomit scene. I'm like, what am I in? What am I doing watching this? And then his character, I'm just like, is he the water boy? I can't tell. Is he weird? Is he a weirdo? Or is he a challenged man? And that's where I got, maybe just play it straight weird or play it straight challenge. Like, you always toes the line between the two.
I don't know that I would necessarily want like an Avengers-style team-up movie of all the Adam Sandler characters. But I would be really interested to see a bunch of Saturday Night Live characters.
Yeah.
All
like the opera singer.
Interact in the same universe.
Mm-hmm.
If you could, get... I can't even think of any of the Saturday Night Live people, but if you could get up like 5 of those characters and make them all
the
come together
man,
for something stupid.
The Chicks in the Mall with
Hurley
Chris
Boy.
I didn't know. Are we still naming characters? Because I don't
know. No, not at all.
Okay.
No, I knew that segment had died, so I was gonna just like see how long we could be quiet.
Oh.
It's like an elementary school. Okay.
No, not.
Here's the quiet contest. Who can stay quiet? It's the longest.
Yeah, I love the game on a radio show. How long can we? How long can we get to go for with dead air?
How long can the awkward silence last? The awkward pause.
I was fine with it.
Well, we're going to non-awkwardly pause for another Nerd Radio. We're going to kick Al out of the room so me and James can talk about The Boys. So if you're on our Twitch stream, we're about to spoil a whole bunch of stuff from The Boys.
Can you leave the Twitch configuration like this? So
there's just an empty chair?
Yes.
Yes.
Please.
Yeah. No, that's fine. That's fine. You got anything to say to the listeners, Al, before you're not on the show anymore?
I'll throw this in there now that, of course, they can find us at nerdradio101.com.
Yeah.
And thanks to the stations who sponsor the Nerd Radio podcast, WRF in Detroit, Rock 92.9 in Boston, and 96K Rock in Fort Myers.
Before you leave, I do want to make a shout out to somebody contacting us over on Facebook. His name is Drew and said he's a huge fan of the show, listens every week, but notice when we tell people where they can listen to us, we miss the WMMR app from 93.3 Philadelphia. They carry us as part of the Beef
That is news to me. So.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, What is it, MMR?
WMMR, 93.3 in Philadelphia.
All right.
Also part of the B-Pod Studios family. So
hello,
thanks,
everybody
guys.
out in Philly.
Yeah, we love that you're tuning in and listening.
I almost got a job in Philadelphia back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a promotions gig.
Were they going to pay in cheesesteaks?
Oh, I was hoping for cash, but I found out it was just a mistake. They didn't realize I was from Detroit, and then I drove 10 hours to come in for the interview. Because the second question was like, why did you go to school in Detroit? And I was like, because I live there.
Where I live?
They're like, oh, did you fly in for the interview? No, I drove. I can't really afford to fly.
Right.
And then they felt
I work in radio. I can't afford to fly here.
You could tell at that moment, I was like, I just wasted all of my time coming out to this job interview. But at least I met Johnny Knoxville on the streets.
Oh, nice.
Because they Jackass 2 guys were in town to promote that, and it was like a talk station when there was a moment in radio when all these stations from a certain broadcaster went talk.
Yeah.
And that was one of the stations. So I met Johnny Knoxville randomly on the streets, and I couldn't look fatter or sweatier with the suit. I'll just see if I can find that picture.
I was gonna say, do you have a picture of it?
I gotta find it and see
You're
if I
like,
can dig it up.
It's Johnny Knoxville.
Yeah, that's when I was still carried around a digital camera.
All right, we're coming back with Boys spoilers and more Nerd Radio next.
You're coming back. I'm not.
You're not coming back.
Get out, Al.
You're done for the day.
Bye.